Jarvis Stone School, located on the corner of Curtis and North Territorial, was built in 1855 and was originally named the Stone School. It was renamed the Jarvis School after one of the school board members. The name was later changed to South Salem School because there were two other schools built in the northern part of Salem and in Salem Hamlet.
Originally, it had grades pre-first grade, which we now call kindergarten, through 8th grade. In the 1800s, the classes sessions were basically broken up into a winter session, which was 3 to 4 months long, and a summer session, which was about 5 months. So it was a different school year than what we're now used to, because the spring and fall is the break periods that the students were not in school, so that they could help with the farming.
A normal day at Jarvis Stone School would have included reading, spelling, arithmetic, geography, history, and 2 recesses, much like the schools of today.
The teachers back in the 1880s were usually a male instructor during the winter session and a female instructor during the summer session. There was a lot of wildlife around, and during the fall session, if they saw deer running by, the male instructor would go out and shoot the deer, and the rest of the day would be used as a learning session on how to skin the deer, and also as biology. As they were skinning the deer, the different teachers would use that as a lab session.
The schoolhouse was functional from 1857 to 1967. From then until 1995, the school lay landlocked and neglected, unable to be renovated. Today it serves as the headquarters for the Salem Historical Society.
The school was in poor repair at the time, and the school district was very happy to relieve themselves of the school building and the responsibility, so the Historical Society became the owners of it in 1977. And in 1995, there was a flurry of activity by all volunteers that completely gutted the flooring and the ceiling in the upper half of the walls, and rebuilt the interior of the school so that it was once again usable.
Salem Township's first settlers included John Dickerson and his cousin Joseph Dickerson. Recently, the Historical Society has gotten involved in a project to relocate and restore the Dickerson's barn, which is the oldest barn in Washtenaw County.
And in 2005, we started building the foundation here on the grounds of the Jarvis Stone School in the back corner of our property, and we contracted with a Ken Brock's Associates, who are barn restorers, and they took the materials that we had stored since 1999 and assembled the barn for us. All of the original beams are from the 1830, and then we reskinned it with new exterior wood and a new roof shingles. That project took Ken about a year to complete, and right now we are in the process of finishing up the ramps to the east and west walls, so that we can have vehicles and drive into it and have our wagons and give demonstrations. As you can see, inside the school we have a collection of different types of furnishings. We have the chairs that came from the Salem Township Hall when it was renovated. So these are chairs that were used in the hall for probably about 40 years during the early to mid 1900 time frame. And then we have church pews and chairs and lectern from a church that was in the hamlet of Salem down off of 6 Mile. Salem Township was originally settled in the 1820s. Most of it was, the settlers came from upstate New York via the newly opened Erie Canal, and the Salem Township was actually a group of small little developments. The first one was at Lapham Corners, which is off Brookville and Salem Road, and that is about 2 miles east of the Jarvis Stone School. It was also then a section of Salem called Warden, and that was Warden district was up by 5 Mile and Pontiac Trail, and then there was an area right here by the Jarvis Stone School that was called Bullock's Corner. And then in the later 1800s, the Salem hamlet was plotted when it was decided that a railroad was coming through the Salem Township, and the train station was going to be located off of 6 Mile, and that's when the Salem hamlet was plotted and developed.